Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're ranking the best centers, the best power forwards in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM here on this tier list. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I'm uploading every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it and let's break down this tier list. So we've got about 25 of the best power forwards in my team. If there's anybody I left off the list, feel free to let me know, or you'd rank them in the comment section down below and leave a comment about that. But in general, I think we pretty much got this list pretty accurate. And there's a lot of like very mediocre power forwards on this list, no doubt about it. Some really good ones as well though. So excited to hop into it and rank this list out. Before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I'm uploading every single day, multiple consistent MyTEAM videos a day, and would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. With that being said, without further ado, we'll start off, I guess, with Dark Matter Shaq, the only Dark Matter on this list. Shaq's jumper sucks. Everything else about him is pretty godly at the power forward position. I think he's S tier just because of how much of a complete and utter physical freak he is and how much of a mismatch he provides the power forward position. But I will be totally honest with y'all, he is not at all, not even close to ever being worth the amount of money it costs to get enough Dark Matter Snowman to use this Shaq card. He is a good card, don't get it twisted, but he is not an overpowered, ridiculously like insane power forward, despite being the only Dark Matter option in the game. I promise y'all, yes, he's very good. But he is, I would say, at least a bit overrated, probably, in all honesty, at the power forward position. Zach Randolph is one of the worst power forwards on this list. He's not super fast. His jumper's not very good. He's just not great at any specific area. There are a few guys on this list who are just pretty clearly D tier. I don't know if Zach Randolph is quite that because he does have good speed and a decent 3-ball rating and decent dunking. I wouldn't say D tier. Jumper is bad, though, and he doesn't really have movement, but he's not D tier. I think C tier is fair. A guy like Dolph Schayes is D tier. He's slow. His jumper is hideous. He's undersized at power forward. Like, there's nothing positive about Dolph Schayes, in all honesty. He's on missing badges. Like, he's just not very good. I think he's D tier. Kevin Garnett's probably low B. His jumper's not good, but he is good in most other ways. I mean, he's got a lower 3-ball as well. So bad jumper, low 3-ball isn't a good combination, right? But outside of that, I mean, he's a great defender. He's got really good defensive animations. He's an elite rebounder. He's a very good athlete. He's got good speed. Like, you look at the card, for the most part, he's a really good card. So I think he's fine. I think B tier is fair. Just don't think he's great. Jaren Jackson Jr. Love this card. A lot of good power forwards left. I'm putting him A. Yeah, I'm putting him A. I think Jaren's good enough to go in that A tier. I think he's a pretty good card. Still starts for me, by the way. I know my Jaren has a bunch of extra hops and stuff like that, but Jaren is really, really good. Elite release, great fade, or not really much. He's got decent fade actually, but great release, great defense, very athletic, a lot of size, 6'10", but listed. I mean, he's listed at 6'10", but he looks taller than that. Really good card. I think he's definitely A tier. I would put Embiid in S tier. He's probably one of our 5 S tier guys. Probably toward the back of S tier, but still no issues in my opinion with him as an S tier power forward. He's 7 foot with a smooth release, can guard, can shoot, has the size to guard bigs, the versatility on the interior to be dominant down there as well, and the ability to step on the perimeter with decent speed and all that type of stuff and guard out there as well. So really solid card. I think he's S tier. Jonathan Isaac's going to go A to me. He's a 6'10" lock. I mean, really, really great defender. Can shoot the ball well. Good athlete. Player build wise, maybe a little frail compared to, I mean, at least compared to like a Shaq and Embiid, Hakeem, who's about to come up as well, who's also in the S tier. John Isaac really good, but again, he's not the big, whereas Hakeem is a legitimate big who also has the speed to step out on the perimeter and stuff like that. For me, that's become more and more of the meta, is kind of the double big meta with a big man at power forward, which is why guys like an Embiid and Olajuwon, who are true center options, but have the speed to step out on the perimeter, the releases to shoot the ball at a high level, and the defensive versatility to guard out there. I think in general, you're looking at cards who are really, really good at everything. And then I feel like A tier, like Jaren and John Isaac, great defenders, good size, good shooters, all that. Not quite as big, though, as Joel and Jaren are, or Joel and Hakeem are. Evan Mobley, I'm sorry, your jumper is atrocious. You are going in the C tier. Everything else about this card is really solid. He might have the worst jumper of anybody on this list, and that includes Dolph Schayes, that includes Zion, that includes Joakim Noah. Like, his jumper is just garbage. It just plain and simple is. I cannot stand Evan Mobley's shot. Really kills what otherwise is a pretty good card. I think he's C tier. Dwight. I think I'm going to put Dwight in high A. Dwight is awesome, but his jumper's not amazing, and he is only 6'10". Now, he's super fast, super impactful defensively. Feel like he's pretty similar to Shaq in a lot of ways. Honestly, his jumper is better than Shaq's. You could make an argument for Dwight over Shaq if you wanted to. I think I'll make the argument for Shaq, though. He's bigger, 3 inches bigger, more dominant on the interior. I really like Dwight as a card. I think I'm going to go very high A tier for him, though, to be honest. I think that's the fairest spot for Dwight. Sean Kemp, by the way, also a really good card, probably high B. 92 speed, can shoot the ball well, versatile defender, great dunker, of course. Really good card. No issues whatsoever with Kemp in B tier. He's one of the most he's one of the best value power forwards in the game as well. Pretty affordable and really, really good. Bob McAdoo, I think, is better than Dwight. The reason I say that, McAdoo is a much better shooter than Dwight because his release is much, much faster. Very similarly to Dwight, he has 94 speed and elite level defense. So he's very athletic and fast, just like Dwight is. In my opinion, though, McAdoo is a much better shooter. Really good jump shot. A little bit undersized, I guess, would be my one criticism of him. It's kind of the criticism of guys like Dwight and John Isaac as well. I like him better than both those cards. I'm not sure I like him better enough to put him S tier. You know what? I'm almost tempted to just have 4 S tiers. Well, I feel like Dwight, Shaq, McAdoo, Embiid, and Akeem are all. I'm going to have 6 S tiers is what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to move Dwight up. That's what I'm going to do instead. I think that's the easier way to handle this. Kevin Love. I'm sorry, K Love, you're going D tier. He's 6'8" with 70 speed. I'd like to put K Love higher because his jumper is really good. But at the end of the day, he's a 6'8" power forward with 70 speed. He's going to struggle speed-wise. He's going to struggle size-wise. I have to put him in the D tier. It's the fairest spot for him. I get that we already have 6 S tier guys, y'all, but Giannis is obviously S tier as well. I mean, come on. 6'11", incredibly versatile defender, one of the best defensive cards in the game. Actually steps out and shoots the ball pretty well as well. Super glitchy animations, incredible slasher. Like, he can't not be S tier. And that is the final S tier card on this list as well, with Giannis in the S tier. So now we get to fill in the rest of the tiers. Zion Williamson, D tier. I'm sorry, Zion is just not a good card. His release is bad. He's not elite defensively. He's missing a bunch of badges. He's just not very good. Easy D tier there. Jack Sigma, really, really solid card. Amazing jump shot, like truly amazing. He plays a little faster than his 78 speed is listed. Defends really well on the interior. Another one of those guys who has a lot of Hoff interior defensive badges, like a movable paint patroller, rebound chaser, stuff like that to play like a big. No issues with him at A tier at all. I think he's very, very good. Moses Malone's going to go low B tier with Kevin Garnett. He's got decent size. He's a very good interior player, good speed, really smooth jumper as well as a W, but he's got a 63 ball. So great jumper, low 3 ball. That combination, you'll hit when you're open. You're not going to hit contested much though. B tier is probably fair for Moses. Joakim Noah, awesome defender, really good finisher, or very solid finisher, I guess I would say. I feel like closer to Zach Randolph level than he is to Dolph Shays level. So in my opinion, because of the defense, because he does have decent size at 6'11", I know the 3-ball rating is low and his jumper is ugly. I'm still going to put him C tier, just like a guy like Evan Mobley and Zach Randolph. I feel like that's a fair spot for these guys. Pascal Siakam, fast but janky jumper. Very complete stats and badges, though. I think he's better than all the guys in D tier for sure. I'll put him in the C tier. Jermaine O'Neal, on the other hand, I have a tough time not putting Jermaine in the D tier. Jermaine has the same issue that a guy like Evan Mobley has. Horrific jump shot. Fast, versatile defender, good dunker, terrible trash shot. We're going to put him in the C tier. D tier feels like I think they're all distinctly worse, to be honest. It's tough, but I think I'm going to go D tier. Well, no, Jermaine's jumper's so bad. He's not as good as Mobley, in my opinion. I'm going D tier. I'm sorry, Jermaine. Your jumper's so bad. I can't do it. Karl Malone's going to go high C. Well, Karl Malone's actually going to go B because Karl Malone's strong. He's athletic. He's got a good jumper, and he's not bad defensively. I know he came out very early in the year. He's good enough to go low B. I don't have an issue with that, actually. And I'm looking at the cards left on this list. A few of those guys are going to go lower than Malone. I think B tier is probably the fairest spot for Malone to even out the list a little bit. Weber's going to go A tier, not quite S, but really good Galaxy Opal. Yes, he's got a decent kind of janky release, but not horrible. He is very fast, though. A versatile power forward who can put the ball on the floor a little bit. Good defender. Very good athlete. All the way around, just a very solid card, like you'd expect out of an Opal. Definitely a very good option. Kevin McHale is going to go C tier as well, I think. I don't know, man. I don't love this McHale card either. Jumper's kind of meh. Low 3-ball, not great speed. A really good defender in that 97 interior and stuff. Good rebounder. 7'11" wingspan's really nice. I think low C is fair. I think that's probably the right spot for him. Chris Bosh, very limited badge-wise, I have to say. I feel like he can't go higher than C tier either, just because his jumper's not that great, and he's pretty darn limited badge-wise. I mean, he's got 80 speed, 83 3 ball as a 6'11" guy. 87 interior, but only 78 block, 57 steal, 77 perimeter isn't great. Only like, I mean, he's got a decent amount of total badges, but not amazing. What, 16, 21 total badges? And a lot of them are on lower tiers. Like, he's fine, I guess, once he's badged, especially, but I still think probably C tier is right for him. And then you got PJ Brown, who I'm going to put very high B. Low 3-ball rating, 81 speed, really good interior card, though, great dunker, very smooth, fast jump shot as well, and a really good defensive card. Actually, I'm going to put him in the A tier. I think that's fair for PJ Brown. Honestly, C tier. Zach Randolph is actually the best card in C tier, I think. I'm moving him to B tier. His jumper's not as bad as Mobley's. He's got good all-around stats and badges. I know he doesn't have movement. I think he's the best. And I think this is the fairest list that we're going to put together. Not going to force the list down a tier because I think all the guys in S tier deserve to be in S tier. So it's not perfectly even, but it's pretty close. And yeah, these are my thoughts for the power forward position right now in my team. With that being said, y'all let me know in the comment section down below what y'all think of this list. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back on more NBA 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.